Oh, I don't. Okay, well, let's even say no picture, but you can write on it, Ben loves Stephen forever, and have our hands maybe holding.
No.
So you've no doubt heard of the controversy of some states passing laws to protect religious freedoms.
Not funny, haha, funny queer. Mm-hmm.
But many of you probably read about it from places like this. But that is not what's happening here. See, these laws are allowing businesses to maintain their private right of refusal to be involved with certain activities, like, say, baking a gay wedding cake, which tastes fabulous! By the way, to those of you wondering, yes, you are still killed in virtually every Muslim country for being gay. The media is deliberately trying to set the narrative of mean, hateful Christians versus poor, innocent gay people who are having their rights completely trampled. Yep, gays are still hanged in Iran. Let's say you're a baker and a gay person walks in and wants a birthday cake. Fine, no problem, happy birthday. Now, if they want to force that baker to make an expressly gay wedding cake, the baker has the right to not be involved with that particular activity. Do not compare this to civil rights. No, yeah, gays are still killed across the Middle East in record numbers daily. Another example, if I'm a baker and Kanye West comes in, says he wants a wedding cake, to not serve him simply because he's black or an idiot would be illegal. Now, if Kanye comes in and says he wants a wedding cake with his lyrics, gold digger broke written across the front of it, I can say, I'm not quite comfortable with creating this cake, and there's a shop down the street that might be more suitable for you. Yeah. These laws are not about protecting discrimination against people, but the right of businesses to choose their level of engagement in a specific activity. Speaking of Islam's hatred of gay people, what do you think would happen if we went into a Muslim bakery and asked for a gay wedding cake? No need to wonder, we did it for you.
What's really important is getting the picture and the writing. So it's going to be me and Benny. Well, you have pictures there.
No, on the machine you have in Kroger.
In Kroger?
Yeah.
Like the grocery store?
No.
Where you would tell me to go somewhere across the street.
And I wanted to say Ben and Stephen forever on the top. And then on the bottom it'll say, same-sex, legal now, congratulations. But everyone keeps sending me somewhere else. They said this is what you do here.
No, I don't want it.
It just seems weird that you would send me to
Oh, I don't. Okay, well, let's even say no picture, but you can write on it, Ben loves Stephen forever, and have our hands maybe holding.
No.
No. But we want at least the writing, you know. So, you know, groom and groom.
Yeah.
There's two grooms.
Wedding?
Yeah, a wedding.
What is the wedding?
Wedding is for two people getting married. But just the writing, you don't need the machine. You can do the writing. Ben loves Stephen forever.
Yeah, you can
groom and groom.
Yeah.
You can do that.
No, this one no.
Only all of these places did do custom wedding cakes. That's their business. It's kind of what they do. Of course, many of the Muslim bakeries were kind enough and willing to serve us, but many of them were not. For Christians, it only took one lawsuit. Yet the media never acknowledges the giant burqa'd elephant in the room. And liberals say, you're just fear-mongering. You really think the rights of Christians would ever be taken away? What about when that's exactly what's happened in places like Canada, like this pastor in 2007 who was found guilty of hate speech and banned from public speaking until he had to file an appeal? Or the fact that millions of Christians now have to participate in what they believe to be murder? Or how about this situation where gay men wanted to ban this chaplain from the Navy simply for his views on marriage? Though, to be fair, chaplain...
In the Navy, come on and join your fellow man. In the Navy.
Know your audience. By the way, I'm not even saying that these Muslim bakeries shouldn't have the right to do what they did. They absolutely should, and many more of them would than Christian bakeries. That's why most gay people probably don't go into Muslim bakeries, and I felt like they were going to blow me up when I was there. And that's the issue. Roll the clip.
The burden placed upon these same-sex couples is they go to another vendor and they get the service they ask for. Nobody's ever had trouble
why
getting
don't the photographers just not go into business? If you don't want to
placed on
treat
these
everybody the
businesses
same
is to-
way, then
is
don't
to
go into
violate their
business.
beliefs.
See, when this guy says, well, then maybe the photographers shouldn't go into business, it's very important to know what he's saying. It's pivotal. It is absolutely key, because what he is saying is, unless you agree with me and my worldview 100%, I should have the ability to ensure that you can't do business, that you can't make a living. It's the legal version of the cultural Marxism that is political correctness. You only speak the way we allow you to speak, or you're not allowed to speak. Does that sound like freedom to you? Let me know below. Do you honestly believe that this is a dialogue of mere hate versus love, or do you think that religious freedoms come into play at all? Let me know. And what of the Muslims? Because when it comes to gayness, they've made their stance quite clear.
But everyone keeps sending me somewhere else. They said this is what you do here.
No, I don't want it.
If you like this video, subscribe by clicking my face or watching this previous video here. It's free, and if you don't, a gay man's going to be hung in Iran. Not because you didn't, just because that's what they do.